Hello, and welcome back to another episode where we are talking about the exciting event that we are inviting everybody to join, which is Elevate Your Money Mindset and calling the overflow. And today I'm coming by myself. Nobody was able to join, but I know more people, more experts are coming in the next days. But today I wanted to talk a little bit about that our energy is actually our bank account. A lot of times we just relate on something that we see in our bank account, something that we are looking at our circumstances, our conditions. And then a lot of times we get upset. And the more we are upset, the more we are frustrated, the more we start recreating the same reality for ourselves. So the key is knowing that we are the ones to create our reality all the time. And if we want to have a better bank account, we start by actually elevating our energy. And everything stems from our energy. Just think about it. If you go into the room and you are that vibrant, that exciting person, everybody wants to be around you. Or even if you observe somebody, when somebody walks into the room, maybe you never met that person, but that person walks in and it's like that person brings so much sunshine with them that everybody is just coming around and everybody's attracted to that person. Everybody wants to get to know that person. That's exactly what I mean by energy. So our energy magnetizing, right? Magnetizing in a good way or magnetizing in a bad way. And if we are constantly worrying about paying the bills, constantly worrying about that it's never enough, constantly worry about the scarcity in our bank account, the more scarcity we are thinking in our head, the more we are having these negative feelings in our body. And that's exactly how we create our reality. That's why I wanted to remind you that once you register for this amazing event, you are going to tap to the wealth of so many speakers who are ready to elevate your mindset and who are there sharing their personal stories, their personal tips and experience to in order for you to tap into that overflow and start looking at the life from a different perspective. Because again, there are always two sides to the stories, and it's up to us which story we want to relate to, whether we want to believe that it's hard, money is difficult to generate, that we have to depend on the economy, that we have to depend on all the outside circumstances. But the idea is if you are going to register for this summit, you will know different tricks and tips that you might never heard before, how you can be your own bank account and how your energy can actually attract everything. And when I say attract everything, there is that expression that says to be in the right place in the right time. That's exactly what I mean by that. Because once our energy is elevating high and we start attracting everything, we bring the right person into our space. We are in the right circumstances, and things like just magically opening for us and the opportunities unfold. And all of a sudden we start receiving some answers to the questions that we had for the longest and were never able to tap to that. That's why it's so important to be part of this beautiful event. Why is this important? Because first of all, you are going to learn something new. Remember, even maybe you heard something about it, but it's just it's never too late. Oh, Hala, okay. Let me give you the invitation. 1 second. So it's like when we are talking about money, it's all about just tap into that overflow that we all can tap. And that's exactly what we are talking about when we say that come and join us and see what this event is going to do for you, because sometimes we can say, you know what, I do not believe in this, right? If we have the fixed mindset, we are not open for the possibilities. But once we start experiencing the overflow, that's when everything starts popping up. Hello, hi,
Hey, I
great
got
to see
it.
you. Yes, thanks so much for joining. So my thing was, we were talking about that our energy is our bank account, right?
Ah, right. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And I was just tapping into saying why people want to join us, because they are going to hear something they never heard before. Because I'm pretty sure, among 20 plus speakers, it's great to listen to everybody's talk and to claim their gift, to see what's out there, because we think that we know it all, but nobody knows it all. And if you are watching this live and there is something that speaks to you, and you have this nudge that, okay, I'm going just to try and see what this is all about, that's exactly the invitation that we have.
Right. Okay. It froze on my end. Okay, there you are. Okay, there.
Yes.
Oh, yes, I totally agree with that. It's so important. It's so important about our. I'll start with this since I just jumped in. I couldn't get in, but I'm here now, so I'm happy I'm here.
Yes.
So yes, that money flow and how money and energy and our frequency, how everything aligns together. I know for a fact because I hated money, because when you hate it, then it doesn't come to you. So I was
Mm-hmm.
financially in challenge, and then you wonder, but I don't want money. I just want people who are in their heart. But it's all connected. You could have both. And a lot of people are ashamed to have both. They think something's wrong if they love money. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that's how I was. And it's like, no, I don't want money. I just want people with a heart. Then I learned that how you can have both, and that how your life is better, more joyful.
I love what you share, Hala, because remember, we were all raised with that we have to make a choice. It's either or. And once we tap to the truth, right? Because there is a fact, yes, there is a fact that the economy is doing not so good. There is a fact that our bank account shows this kind of money, but there is a truth. And the truth is that we can have it all, as long as we believe in it, and as long as we are taking the actions toward that, right? Again, it's not about just sitting and meditating, it's meditating plus taking the action step. So it is energetic work plus physical action that creates that powerful result that we all can tap into. And that's why we are telling to everybody, sign up. And this is your message, this is your sign that you want just to show up and play fully out with us and just be the best version of you. Because again, if you never heard of something like that, we encourage you to open your mind and start seeing the possibilities, because that's exactly what's going to happen. As you are going to listen to these interviews, this is the interview style event, meaning that you do not have to be anywhere specifically at particular time. All it is, you're just signing up, and starting June 8th, you will receive the email every morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with two interviews, two speakers with amazing gifts, with amazing tips and tools for you to start implementing and see the shift that you are going to experience when it comes to the money. And then next morning at 6 a.m., these interviews will be replaced with another two speakers. So basically, all it is just like, I always joke about it. It's like Christmas in the summer.
I
Basically,
love that.
you open up every morning your email inbox, and then you are so surprised and you are so excited because something is coming. And I know people after the event, they always miss it. They're like, where are my emails?
Right?
That's why we are creating this community. That's why we are coming and we're just sharing and saying, you know what, it's difficult to go against the current when the people that you are around, they do not understand that it's possible, right? So the best success happens when you are in the right room, when you are with the people who already know how the results are created, with the people who want something more out of life, with the people who are believing and knowing that they can receive.
Yes, it's so true.
Hala, do you want to add something? Can you tell a little bit about your gift? What are you going to share with everybody who is signing up and who is going to watch your interview?
Thank you so much. I'm just super excited about this whole event that you're having because all the speakers are so impactful and they add so much value. And I highly recommend, first off, that please join us because it's just valuable and the community is just heartfelt. They really care. And hey, Al, good to see you.
Hey,
Thanks
Al, great to
for
see you.
popping in. So yes, I'm excited because I built a new relationship with money. It's like I have a new best friend in my life and comes
Mhm,
into my life. And one one tip that I do share, which is funny because the other day when I had a visitor come to our place, I saw, why do you have money on this tree? Because visualization is so important and not being tempted to, like, you could touch it and grab it if you want, use it, but to know that money is so abundant. And yes, as they mindset told us, oh, money doesn't grow on trees. Well, yes, it does to me. It does in my home. It's growing on my tree. It's how you want to project it and invite it. And
mhm,
so I think that was an important thing to share. You are the creator. So create what you want to create. Create that
mhm,
relationship you want with money because it'll love you back and it'll welcome back into your life when you build that. And there's nothing to be ashamed of. And it does take practice because it did take practice with me. And a matter of fact, I had to rebuild my connection with money and
mhm.
apologize to money for all the time I was ashamed of it, for all the time I mistreated. So I wrote my personal love letter as you're writing to your beloved
Yeah.
loved one.
Mhm.
So, so that's what I did, and I started building that. And it was late 22 when I started building it. So it's never too late. So thank you.
Absolutely, yes. So for everybody, this is whatever you're listening, it's just the tip of the iceberg from what we are going to share on the actual event. So if you just tuning in or if you haven't registered yet, this is your time. This is your sign, because remember that the more you are curious and the more you want something, the more you are going to be provided with the right information and the right tools and the right people that are going to be with you, who will help you to tap to that abundance, right? Because again, a lot of times people are complaining, oh my god, look at everything around, the prices are rising, and the stock market is crashing. But let me ask you, is there still that group of people who live great regardless of anything what's going on outside, right? So we all can agree. So if that was true, that everything was dependent on the outside circumstances, we would all experience the life the same way. We would all experience the same scarcity in money, but it's not true. That's why it's super important. Be surrounded with the people who want more out of life. Be surrounded with the people who have the vision. Be surrounded with the people who have the ambition and desire and the drive to have anything what they desire, right? And that's exactly why it's super powerful to join us, because again, it's all about our energy. If you are rubbing the shoulders with the people with high energy, you know that you are tapping into the wealth and you are tapping to that abundance that we all crave, right? That we all desire. And again, it's not for chosen ones, it's for everybody. That's why it's your time to just register, come and listen to these interviews, because we really want to know what's coming for you as you are going through. Because again, you might, we promise you will receive some breakthroughs while just going through the event, and something is going to shift in you, and the opportunities are going to come your way, and you are going to live the life on a completely different frequency and different level.
I
Anything else, Hale, you wanted
Oh
to
my God,
add?
I love the this was just so it's so powerful to surround yourself with that frequency because you will attract it. And it's absolutely true because as I said, I also experienced that too. When you surround yourself with someone that says, "Oh, this is so expensive. Well, this is not gonna work." Eventually that person attracted all of that towards
Mhm.
itself. And when I was like saying, no, it's going to come, and going on a high level, when someone was going on a low level, I disconnected because I wanted to attract the positive, and
Mhm.
then all the positive did come. So it just takes practice, and yeah, just get in an energy field. And it's science. It's basically science because some people might call it as woo 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 woo, whatever they call it, but it isn't. It's literally science that energy and frequency is real. So
Mhm.
it's just
Absolutely.
shifting that mind, and it's really
Mhm.
challenging for some. But once you shift it and practice it and be in that energy field, it'll come to you. But obviously, you got to do the work.
Absolutely. And you know what? It just reminds me, it just, like, we are programmed for so many years. And a lot of people want to rewrite the program within 2 months. It doesn't happen this way, right? Because it's just, think about it as the computer that you have and the program that it's running on. It takes time to, let's say, erase all the old files that are not serving you anymore. Same thing happens with us, right? Because everybody is running on a particular program. We call it paradigm, right? We
Right.
have that set of beliefs, and based on these set of beliefs, we are putting ourselves on a path of success or failure. And if we choose to go on the path of success, we know that it takes time to rewire our brain. So go and look into the neuroplasticity that our brain has the ability to just reshape our neuron pathways. And we all can tap into something that we desire. But like Hala mentioned, it requires some work, it requires some effort. But so is everything else, right? You know that you have to go to job and perform there in order to receive money. But here we are talking about something higher, something that once you tap on that frequency of abundance, everything starts coming much easier, much effortless. And that's when you are experiencing that overflow of cash. And you are going to be around the people who are thinking differently, who are not thinking from the lack point where everything is not enough, there is not enough jobs, there is not enough money. You tap into the frequency of the people who are there for each other, right? Who are, they are not for competition as our society portrays us all. We have to have that survival mode. But the people who are more laid back, the people who are there with compassion, with love, and with support. And that's why you want to be on that event, because you might connect with somebody who might change the entire trajectory of your life. And that's super important. All right, Hala, anything else you want to add before I close?
You said it perfectly with this last statement and connecting all the science and the connection, and it is true. I just want to emphasize on that to definitely surround yourself with the positive. That money is yours. You just have to ask for it and invite it
Mhm.
in by knowing it and feeling it and embodying it. That you have that. Just feel you are that millionaire you want, billionaire you want, or just comfortable, whatever it is for you. Just feel that and see yourself there and do the work, the rest will come to you. And the people that says, "Oh no, you're not making it as an entrepreneur," you know, don't listen to that. Cut
Mhm.
that out. Thank you. I just had to say that
Yes.
because it's so powerful. And thank you for creating
And
this
thanks,
space for us.
yes. Yes, and thanks Al for his comment. He says the path of success is the ability of getting the paradigm shifts,
Love that.
which is beyond our imagination. That's right. And you can trust us. Whoever experienced that in the life, they know it works, right? We are talking from the experience,
Yes.
and so is Al. Basically, if you open yourself for the possibilities, that's exactly what you're going to create, right?
Yes.
So thanks so much. Hi. Hi,
Hi.
Shahidul. It's great to see you with us.
Thank
And
you.
just register, come to this beautiful event. Not even come, just start receiving these emails and celebrate with us and come to these lives and participate. And let's just raise the vibration around money because
Woo.
we all can. Yes. Remember, our energy is our bank account. And that's exactly what we are doing. All right. Love you all and see you all tomorrow.